Hello, my name is Juana Dochu, and in this presentation I will reflect upon my professional experience and what I've learned from it. From the beginning of this module I realized that this was going to be a first step for me, so I decided to take it very seriously because I was about to finish my degree in journalism soon, and I realized that I didn't have any relevant work experience to enter the job market with. The application process was a very good opportunity for me to learn how to apply for a job, how to write a cover letter, who are the right persons to send your documents to. I really liked that for Vogue I had to apply through post. Even though I would have liked to work for companies such as National Geographic, I realized that I didn't have any relevant work experience in this area, so considering the fact that I did a project last year in which I basically produced a women's magazine, I applied for names such as Vogue, Elle, Cosmopolitan, Company. I received answers from some, and I quickly realized that in order to work for these companies I had to move to London and do my placement there for 3 to 6 months, which financially I wasn't ready for. Although disappointed, I realized that I have to be more realistic about my budget and the time I have left both in England and back home in Romania before the deadline. I went on to further apply to lesser known publications while mentioning to them that I can only work for a month. Considering that my ideal job right now would be to work for a nature and science magazine, I started applying for some publications that were in that field as well. After coming back from home in January and I still hadn't secured a placement, I started to think that I could work back home in Romania while I was on my Easter break, which was approaching. I therefore started sending applications to my favorite magazines, and soon enough I got a solid response from Joy magazine, which I used to read a lot back at home, so I was familiar with the content. Looking back, I can honestly say that I learned a lot from this process. I've learned that any experience is valuable for a beginner, and that I'm not ready to face a lot of responsibility within a huge company just yet, because I still lack some essential skills and experience. Also, while I was in the process of making applications for placements, I was in contact with a third-year media student who was planning on producing a magazine, and he still is. I learned that you cannot always expect to be treated with the same respect that you show, and I say that because after I established that I was going to work for this magazine and write for it, and I was confirmed that I was going to do this, he stopped answering my emails and calls and acted very unprofessionally, which seriously delayed my plans. I know that from now on I will be stronger, well planned, and ready to apply for the job I want while having a backup plan. As it turns out, working for Joy magazine was the best ending result for me. I spoke to the editor-in-chief through email. We established the day I would start, and she gave me the address of the office building. For me, this meant moving from my hometown to Bucharest for the entire period of the placement, which was a good opportunity for me to see if I can handle living and working in a busy city environment. Joy magazine is a very well-known international women's magazine based in Germany. The Romanian version is also successful, so I knew that getting accepted meant working within a very professional environment from which I had a lot to learn. I enjoyed working there very much. The office building was named Rigier, which is one of the top publishing groups in the country, meaning that a lot of well-known magazines and newspapers are being produced inside. This was another important aspect for me in terms of getting to know people who have worked in the business for a very long time and have a lot of experience. I got to know them better during lunchtime or when we attended various events. This was another aspect that I liked, considering that I don't think I would be able to handle a job which requires me to be in the office all day. Together with some of my colleagues, I attended launches of products, opening of shops, photo sessions, shopping days. My responsibilities included writing for the website a researched feature article every day for each of the sections like fashion, beauty, lifestyle, news, translating, writing, researching for the magazine, I learned a lot while doing all of these things, and I had a lot of satisfaction seeing my articles reaching 700 views on the website and my work being useful for the magazine. They tried to include me in as much as possible. I also enjoyed working for the team and discussing with my colleagues to see which photos are the best to be featured and trying to get involved as much as I could. It is amazing to see such a small team accomplish so much. Because of this placement, I am definitely prepared for the next step. My experience and development have been enhanced, and I feel that I definitely want to continue working for magazines. This is extremely important for me because before this I had no idea about what it is like to have an actual job in this industry. I also realize now that I am flexible and enjoy working for various types of publications. Most importantly, while applying, I got in contact with Romanian National Geographic and got offered an interview for a summer placement because the position was occupied for the springtime. This is very exciting for me, seeing as working for this company would be my dream job currently, and I could build a foundation in my future career. I also received an interview for The Source for the position of editor of the website, which would also be a great opportunity for me. I can certainly affirm that this module has had a big influence on the perspective of my career, as I realized better what I want and which are my best skills. I am now more conscientious and determined to develop in a personal and professional manner. I now feel that I could work both in England or back home in Romania and eventually own my magazine in either one of the places. As for weaknesses, I have always had a problem with procrastination, and I think that the responsibility of a job will eventually increase my productivity and I will learn to work by a set schedule. Also, when I'm writing, because I'm a perfectionist, I tend to spend too much time on overthinking each paragraph, which can waste valuable time, so I have to learn to think and act quicker. I think this is one of the reasons I am eager to gain more experience. In conclusion, I consider myself very lucky to have had this opportunity, and I look forward to the interviews I've scheduled, and I hope I can further improve my CV.